Alright, what's going on, guys? Welcome to the channel. I wanted to make this video because Season 6 had a bunch of new things, and I think one of the coolest features that it had is the brand new remapping button configuration accessibility, I guess you can call it, which pretty much if you go to your settings, and I'm going to show you what I'm doing it with and you know what I'm doing with it, and hopefully it helps you out. So if you go to your settings, you pretty much have your standard controller layout. You still have your old school, your quick build, your Combat Pro, which is the one that everybody used a while ago, and then everybody switched to the brand new Builder Pro. And now you have your custom. So pretty much once you hit custom, it'll ask you what you want to base it off of. So you probably select Builder Pro or whatever it is you're normally using. And then you can start tweaking from there. So what I did in this mode was just change one thing, and that is the editing. One of the things in this game, and I'm going to show you what I have chosen for both SCUF controllers and regular PS4 controllers or Xbox controllers. So normally you build, let me go on a little bit of a higher ground here. So normally you build, you have to hold circle for like half a second in order for your editing thing to come out. And then whatever, you edit something and you confirm it, and then that's it. That is normally how it's been, and that's actually been buffed a little bit. It's been increased the speed, and it's been worked on for several months now. So now there's a feature where you can pretty much do it instantly, like that, like touching it. As you can see, you won't see the circle load up or anything. It just pops up. So to show you guys, you go to your settings, and right here, it's worth noting that on the top right-hand side, you have a blue and a pink. The blue means hold action. So any text here in this controller image here that has a blue text on it, it means that's something that you have to hold in order for it to happen. So circle, you got switch mode plus the blue edit. That means you have to hold circle in order to edit. Now if you look on the left hand side, I have it here that just says edit. There's no blue text, no nothing. It's literally just edit. And this is probably one of the main reasons why they even implemented this new feature, because they wanted console players to match or at least get a little bit closer to the ability of what PC players have, and that's edit super fucking fast, because it got like 1,000 keys. You can only have so much on a controller. So you click on each individual action for each individual button, and then you have this bunch of action lists here, and then you're gonna find the one that says edit. I've seen a bunch of videos on different people putting at different spots. My favorite to edit is on the right D-pad. Now this is pretty much for non-SCUF users. If you don't have a SCUF controller, this is what I recommend. Again, if you guys have any ideas, options, or alternatives that you found helpful for you, comment in the comments below so people can see and people can read and learn. Probably if they don't learn anything from me, they can learn something from you. So the reason I did the right D-pad to edit, and I still have it on the circle as well, so if you ever forget to do the D-pad, you can just hit circle and it'll still work. By the way, I have it on combat controls and build controls, okay, on both of them. They're both there. So what I did here was pretty much the following. If you think about it, up on the D-pad brings your inventory. Left, place your most recent emote. Down brings the emote selection. And then right was pretty much the command system, the command actions that's only used if you're playing in squads and people don't have mics and you're asking for a medkit or minis or whatever. I personally never ever used that in my life. Maybe once, and that's one too many times. So I was like, all right, I'm gonna use the right D-pad. It's on the other left hand side of my hand. My right hand's gonna be super busy building walls and ramps and all that. So I want my left part of the controller to do something else. So that's pretty much why I decided on the right D-pad. It's the most useless key or control button in the controller, in my opinion. Normally, you have to hold circle for like half a second, and then let it go. Hold it, let it go. Hold it, let it go. Now, check this out. There's no holding. I'm just gonna tap it. Wait, I pressed the wrong one. Simply one time, and that's it. One time, that's it. One time. As you can see, it's literally. It's just so fast. If you have a regular PS4 controller, this is gonna make you edit a whole lot quicker, guys. Okay, editing is very important to winning fights and having people guessing. Like, let's say you build a ramp here, and then you build a box, and sorry about that, and the guy's underneath you. If you edit like this, he's not gonna expect you to just pop up right there, right? Or he's underneath you here. He's not gonna expect you to edit this and you pop up. Like, he's not gonna expect that. You know what I mean? He'll never expect it. So that's why editing is so important. Now this, don't mind all those crazy things there. I was just fucking around earlier. Sorry about that. Okay, so let me build one more. Okay, so in this part, I'm going to show you what you can do if you have a SCUF controller. The SCUF controller has two paddles. Right paddle, left paddle. Obviously, one is for jumping. Never ever change that. It's really, really important. And the other one is pretty much for melee if you're playing Call of Duty, or, you know, served as a circle button if you're playing Fortnite or any other game. It's pretty much the circle button, okay? Since I already have a circle button here, I don't really need it here. I wanted to use, besides, I never use the right paddle. Like, I just never ever use it. So I was like, what can I do with the right paddle? So I made, because you can configure these to whatever button you want on your controller, I remapped my right paddle to be the same as my right D-pad button. So now I can either press my D-pad or I can press my paddle. Why is the paddle better? Well, it's good if you have your left hand on the D-pad and you press it. It's also very useful. But here is why the paddle is better. If you let go of your thumb for your right D-pad, you're no longer running with your left stick. If you have paddles, your thumbs are always at all times on the sticks. And we know that the thumbs being active is the most important thing in video games, because your thumbs are the most important fingers on a controller. They're the ones that do the majority of the work. So in my opinion, the D-pad is great if you don't have a SCUF. If you have a SCUF, the right paddle works amazing. So it's pretty much, I'll do it with the right paddle right here. Right there. Look how quick that was. You know? Super, super fast. Now, of course, I haven't been doing this a lot. It took me like 30 minutes to decide what button I wanted to sacrifice and what button I wanted to use. And then after I set it up, I only been practicing for like a good 5 to 10 minutes. And obviously, this is the easiest one that you can do. But there's a bunch of other ones. And there's a bunch of other ones that you gotta practice. You can also do it while you're shooting. You just gotta stand here, but sometimes, since I'm still not used to it completely, I kind of like shoot instead. But if you stand right here, you don't even have to have your notepad out. You can have your gun and get really close and just do that. But then, of course, you'll get confused and whatnot. But something like that. It's still something that you gotta get used to. It's pretty much like when we first started doing Combat Pro, it was a little bit confusing. And then it took like a week or two. And then when we went from Combat Pro to Builder Pro, it took like another week or two. But once you do it for like X amount of hours every single day that you're playing, it's gonna become like second nature. It's like when you're building and you're building a building and you see people and you're trying to move away from people and you're not really thinking. You just build. And that's pretty much second nature. That's what happens when you pretty much just do something for so long. And I think if you can master this button here, a building button that you never thought you could have, I think it's gonna change everything. Again, that's just my opinion. You no longer have to edit and let go of your thumbs if you have a SCUF controller. It is going to be super, super helpful. I really do think that this is gonna be super helpful. I'm still practicing myself because, again, this feature just came out. But I think once you get it down packed, it's going to be really hard to kill you. And it's going to be really, really hard for people to know where the hell you're going, especially on console, because not everybody builds really good on console. There's a lot of people that do, but not as much as in PC. I thought I wanted to share this video with you. I thought it'd be very helpful, informative. Maybe some of you guys wanted to have a little bit more of information on it. I hope this video helped and covered some of the things you were wondering about. If it did, leave this video a like. I would really appreciate it. And please share your concerns, comments, options that you're using. Just let it be known in the comments so other people can read them and other people can learn, and you guys can learn from one another. Sometimes it's better you guys, talk amongst each other, and either you get some info from me or you get it from each other. So thank you for watching. I hope this video helped. If it did, leave it a like. I'll catch you later.